If you've got chronic neck pain, this video could help you. What if I told you the massage is temporary relief and the stretches help, but it's not the full answer? We want to strengthen the muscles involved in causing that neck pain. So we're going to focus in on the muscles around our shoulders and around our head. Shrugs. These are going to get into our traps and help to strengthen them. Now I know we're already thinking the traps are what hurts. Why do we want to train them? We want to train them because we want them to feel strong enough that just from day-to-day activities, they're not going to be feeling as fatigued and get as sore as quickly. So we can train them up and help to condition them to be less painful and less fatigued as the day goes on. So as we're doing the shrugs here, all I want us to try and do is bring our shoulders up towards our ears, holding at the top, nice and gentle, and then back down to try and get a nice stretch from the weights down at the bottom. Back up towards our ears and back down. Now, the tricky bit with these is I want us to do a C motion. So as we're doing these ones here, I want us to bring our shoulders back and up and then in towards our ears and then back and down. So we're making that C shape there. So again, back and up, holding and back and down. Excellent. Now as we're here, we don't want to go too high. So if we're coming so high, we're starting to get a pinching sensation. We've gone too high. Only go as high as you feel comfortable. We're still making those muscles work nice and hard. Great work. Now we want to get into some shoulder stabilization. We want to get the muscles working around the shoulder to help out. So it's not just our traps and our levator scapulae doing all the work here. So we're going to take our band, keep it nice and light, keep your elbows tucked into your ribs and try and rotate your hands away from each other. Excellent. We want to hold it there for 5 seconds, 3 to 5 seconds should do. And we want 5 solid reps here. Also, while we're here, it's really important that we choose a band strength that isn't too heavy. Trust me, it won't take a lot to start to feel this in your rotator cuffs. And in the meantime, if that gets too heavy too quickly, we're going to find as we try to bring the band out, our elbows are going to flare out alongside our hands. So really focusing in on keeping that band light, keep our elbows tucked into our side, the nice rotation out. Excellent, really good. Once we've done 5 reps there, we want to bring our arms up, keep a 90-degree angle at the elbow, and we want our upper arms to be parallel with the ground. Again, we're going to try and keep our elbows tucked in and rotate those palms away from each other. Excellent, really, really good. Again, hold for 3 to 5 seconds, and we want a solid 5 reps here as well. Great. It won't take much here, and we should start to feel these rotator cuffs getting pretty tired pretty quickly. Right, now we want to keep strengthening these shoulders. We also want to get into our mid traps and our rhomboids. So we're going to do rows for this one, bent over rows. So we're going to start by pushing our hips back, hinge at the hips, push those hips back, bring our torso down till we're parallel with the ground. Then we're going to draw our elbows up past our rib cage. Good, and then back down to the ground. So we're going to have a nice stretch through here, and then we're coming up again for a pause. So elbows up past the rib cage, and then we're going to try and squeeze our shoulder blades together. Pause and hold here, and then again let those arms go back down for a nice big stretch towards the ground. And again, drawing these elbows up past the rib cage and shoulder blades together, pausing and holding here so we don't need a large amount of weight. And again, letting these arms come back down towards the ground. Going into our flies. So as we do these flies, again, we've got a nice proud chest, keeps our back nice and flat. And I want us to bring our arms out as wide as we can, like we're really trying to touch the sides of the room as we come out, and then back down towards the ground. Now, one thing we're doing here is we're not going to let our hands ever point straight towards the ground. Perfect. So we've always got constant tension through our shoulders here. Again, drawing out as wide and far as we can, pausing at the top so we don't need a heavy weight here, and down again we go. Now, we really don't need a heavy weight, so I'm not going to make you do too many more of these ones. And one more time, we're keeping that tension there, drawing out as far as we can, and just holding that position, and then down again, nice and slow. They're going to start to burn really, really quickly. We're lying on the ground with our forehead resting on a soft surface like a mat. It's really important that we're not using our back to hold our head up. We want to be nice and relaxed here and focus this exercise in on the shoulders. We're going to make a T shape with our body, bringing our hands straight out alongside our shoulders and trying to reach our hands as far away from the body as we can. Now we're going to grab these weights and stretching out as far as we can. We're going to reach our hands up off the ground and we're going to pause at the top. We're going to gently come down like there's a pressure pad on the ground. We don't want to set off, so we just want to feel the ground, and then up again we go for that pause. We're going to drop the weights now because these feel just as hard without any weights at all. Again, hands are coming down to the ground like we've got a little pressure sensor that we don't want to set off, and then bringing our hands up nice and high. While we're doing this one again, keeping the neck nice and relaxed by letting the forehead rest on the mat. Now, importantly, if your neck pain goes away, don't stop doing these exercises. Stay on top of these movements and keep that chronic neck pain away for good. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.